Just kind of wait for everybody to come in. Been running a little bit behind because of the storms playing havoc on everything. Right now it's just kind of light rain for now. Kind of wait. I know it usually takes people a little bit of time. I'll grab my drink. Uh, I am so tired. This rain is making me drowsy. It really is. Oh, who do we got in here? Sorry, I was answering a text message. Let's try to get Marilyn Manson to quit playing. There we go. Who do I got in here right now? What's up, Panzer? How's it going? Hi, Sabby. Do I need to go fishing for you, Sabby? Pull you out of high water? Not that I could probably make it there. I know this live is going to be different. What's going on, Knight Rider? I remember watching that show back in the 80s. Loved that show. Maybe soon, Big Rep. I mean, maybe soon. But this live today, we're going to be discussing these storms that came through. I've been hearing people talking about, these storms going through and how, they affected most of the affected areas were in the south, and that they want to see more of them happening. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need that talk. They have, Panzer. The tornadoes have been crazy. If everybody knows, or if anybody knows anybody that's been affected by the storm, reach a hand out to them, help them out. I'm seeing conflicting reports from different areas on how many people have lost their lives in these storms already. One report said one report said 8. I mean, I don't even think they know. I think they're gonna have to wait until all the rain has stopped, the flooding has went down, before they even really know how bad it's gotten. Man, just had surgery. Wow. I'm glad you survived it. I mean, I've been dealing with storms all day here in Georgia because I'm here in Temple, Georgia right now. It's going to be a long night. I looked at the radar. Everything is coming out of the Gulf of Mexico and literally just making a straight line right up to where I'm at right now. Um, right now, it's kind of a light rain, but it's still raining. Matter of fact, I'm going to do this. Boom. It has been like this all day long. And it's not going to get any better. Not until probably tomorrow, which really bites because, well, I don't want to be sitting here all day tomorrow, but um, I have Panzer. I have experienced any stuff with these storms. Matter of fact, this is part of that upper level low that has been going through from Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, uh, Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee. It's now made its way over here to Georgia, and I went inside earlier to get something to eat because I figured, hey, it's going to be a hot minute before it starts raining. Well, I got stuck inside while it was pouring out there. And as I'm sitting in there, all of a sudden the lights start flickering, and I knew that there was a tornadic warned storm to the southwest of me that was moving up towards me. Nothing I could do about it. Other impacts I have felt is I was supposed to be in Searcy, Arkansas right now. Well, here I am in Georgia. Another day in trucking. Yeah, hail is no good. Whether it be light or heavy, it's never fun. If you know anybody in any towns that may be affected, and if they're close by, go help them out. People need help with tornado recovery. People need help with flooding recovery after the water subsides. Do not go in there while it's still flooded. Do not do it. But tornado recovery, definitely. Lend a helping hand. Just, if anything, you don't have to give them money. Just go out there and help them clean up if possible. If it's somebody give them a place to stay, especially if they've lost their house. We don't need people. Wow, that was a wicked thunder sound. We don't need people living out in the open because they've lost everything. So yeah, if it's somebody give them a hand, give them a place to stay, help clean up if you physically can. Get you a fishing pole and position yourself over a bridge and, like, I don't know, try to fish people out of the water. Yes, mom. Even finding a picture, you know, returning returning items, back to their owners. That means that means a whole lot because objects objects can be replaced. Obviously, big items can be replaced. Um, small some small items can be replaced. Sentimental things like pictures and whatever, we all know that can't be replaced. We all know that human lives cannot be replaced. Um, we don't need any talking about how people in the South deserve this kind of weather. Um, I'm not saying go out and fight anybody if you hear him talking like that. Just tell them, just remind them that it could physically be them. Um, we all know tornadoes. They all 50 states are susceptible to getting tornadoes. We all know that. It is all just depends on weather. Actually, I don't think Alaska gets them, but that would be awesome though. But anyway, off track. Um, yeah, it, it's killing me hearing people talking about how people down here deserve this weather. No, but we are built different. we we tend to back each other up when it comes to strong weather like this, as where everybody should. It don't matter what state you live in, what part of the country. Um, After something like this, everybody should just stop what they're doing and go help out. Help out their community, go help out their surrounding communities. Just lend a hand, you know. So I'm keeping an eye on the sky because you never know. Um, I mean, people that get hit with natural disasters, any natural disaster, whether it be a hurricane, tornado, fire, flood, tsunami. But of course, if we get hit by a tsunami living in the central plains or something, we got bigger issues. I mean, I'm just sitting here saying we got bigger issues at that point. Um, we got some day after tomorrow crap coming up. If we get hit with a tsunami, say in Missouri, we got much bigger issues. Um, Thank you, Savvy. Yes, towns in Arkansas, Mississippi, Tennessee, they took direct hits. Uh, Missouri took a direct hit. We got Kentucky took a direct hit. Indiana took a direct hit. Um, I haven't heard any reports out of Ohio, but I wouldn't doubt it. Um, this year it's supposed to be a good year for everybody, but it seems like here lately, Mother Nature needs to be put back because this is getting crazy. Tornado season technically really ain't supposed to start until like next month, but yet we're already getting powerful tornadoes now flooding. I would ask what's next. But sorry, we all know what happens when you start asking questions like that. You know, bad things tend to happen. Um, I'm not sure why people are talking the way they are. Um, yeah, yeah. See, Panzer, that tornado that hit Missouri. I mean, we're looking at Missouri's already had like 2 or 3 tornadoes in like a month and a half. Um, which I'm not going to say is unusual, but I'm not going to say it's not or it is unusual because they do get tornadoes, but normally they don't hit so close together. So it's one of those. Why are they getting hit so hard? Why is Arkansas getting hit so hard? And yes, Abby, the damage from some of these tornadoes, especially the one from Lake City, Arkansas, that one's like just devastating. I mean, I put that one in I'd put that video in Discord last night, and I watched that video before I put it in Discord. That's just devastating. I mean, to see that amount of damage for that little town is just unreal. And yes, people need to practice a little bit more grace and forgiveness, Panzer. Yes, they do. In all honesty, if they did, the world would probably be a lot better off. I mean, yeah, I get pissy when I'm driving because, you know, people do stupid things in front of me. But when it comes to weather and natural disasters, they're not asking for that weather to come at them. I mean, it's not like they're out there holding a sign saying "hit me," um, which would be insane. Now, granted, being in the South, as I said, we are built different. So for someone like me, when we start hearing tornado sirens going off, what's the first thing I do? I go outside to look. Probably not the smartest thing in the world, but I go outside to look first because, sometimes they do sound those sirens off for just extremely high winds. And you don't want to make it to where it's false alarm, you keep running back and forth to a shelter or whatnot. But from what I understand, these people in Lake City, they had warning. They just didn't have a lot of warning. As with the tornadoes that hit Missouri and parts of Tennessee, and I don't know if Mississippi had a lot of warning, but either way, the tornadoes that usually hit Mississippi, I should say any tornado that hits the Mississippi Valley area, especially the lower Mississippi Valley area. Hi, Dragon. Those tornadoes are much more dangerous because the hills and the trees block the view of the tornado. So it's hard to see it coming when you got trees and hills in front of you. But, you know, but like I said, these people, they're going to be suffering for a hot minute. Hopefully they can get back on their feet. But this video is basically about trying to show compassion to the people that got affected by the storms. Because, I mean, how would it feel towards you as a person to know if you got affected by a storm and somebody's sitting there going, and you hear somebody talking about, oh, well, they deserved it from where they live. No, that's not cool. Southwest Murray had a brief touchdown, huh? Winslow Road and County Club Road. I have to look that up, see how far that is from my main terminal, and find out if everyone's okay. I mean, yes, that would be Murray, Kentucky, Savvy. I mean, I knew last night I was watching the radar, and I know last night they were talking about strong storms heading up that way. But I really didn't pay much attention to them after that, because I was like, well, obviously everyone's going to hear about it. Everyone's going to get sirens. I know since the tornado hit there in Mayfield, Kentucky, which is literally just on the west side of Murray, Kentucky, they've kind of went in and redid the sirens that were out there. So there's more sirens, which is good. They definitely need more sirens. So they are well prepared. Let's just hope it's not another nighttime tornado like the one that hit Mayfield, which is devastating all in its own. So many people lost so much with that one. And yes, even though it's a light rain out here, I'll put my drink down for a minute. I'm gonna show everybody what the wind is doing out here right now. Let's show everybody. There is absolutely zero wind out here right now. None. Which, you know, when it comes to bad storms, oh wait, we got a little bit of breeze now, but the upper level winds are literally like non-existent. Which is another thing I've been keeping an eye on. Well, you know, the funny thing is, Panzer, when it comes to places in the deep portions of Tornado Alley, if they would follow Oklahoma's rule of thumb, any new houses built, the storm shelters are all underground shelters, and they have to have a GPS beacon attached to them for the simple fact um, that way if a major tornado goes through, if the door gets blocked and you can't get out, you can always hit that beacon, and it lets first responders know, hey, check down into this shelter, so we can get out because we can't get out. But that's Oklahoma. Ugh. Yeah, I feel for everybody that got tornadoes on this last outbreak. I really do. Um, I mean, I got notified with the first tornado being right there on the like east of Dallas area, east and south, going from Canton, Texas up. And I kind of knew at that point that day was going to be the rough day for sure. Which it was. It was a rough day for everybody that day. I wish it wasn't, but unfortunately it was. I'm hoping this next week will be a better week for weather-wise. I'm hoping I don't have to go down to Memphis, Tennessee to fish anybody out of rising waters, savvy, and just have to try to figure out how we're gonna deal with all this. But if you come across anybody that's talking bad about anybody that was caught in these storms, I would say don't confront them. Just, I guess, kind of look at them and say, well, I hope you have the day you deserve, and just walk on. Yes, they definitely need more sirens. Sirens are a good thing. They do save lives. Sorry. Sometimes they can create a panic. You know, like me and my mom were talking about earlier. Sometimes they do create a panic. I mean, you get an instance where, like over in Hawaii a few years ago, a message got sent out to everybody, TV, phones, everything, that inbound nuclear missile was coming straight at them, and then the sirens went off. I know somebody lost their job over that one. There is no way you get away with telling everybody that there's an inbound nuclear missile and then sound the sirens and not lose your job. If anything, especially with these storm chasers that go around, I praise the storm chasers. They do things that most people shouldn't do just to try to get eyes on the storm. They're also the ones that help call in when they see a tornado. We need more sirens to let people know that something bad is coming at them. we need to have the meteorologists kind of pinpoint exactly where everything is instead of just kind of multi-guessing. Yeah, see, Panzer, again, you and Victoria, they need more sirens. They really do. I think let's see, in the town in Weatherford, Texas, they've got, what, 6? They got 6 sirens in Weatherford, Texas, and Weatherford ain't that big. And remarkably, one of the sirens is basically in my backyard, but I can still sleep through it. I really can. Yeah. Now, Panzer, I'm going to have to say I'm one of those people. I hear the siren go off. I'm going outside to look at it to make sure it's real. 2, I might have to film it. But of course, I also know when filming it, if I'm sitting there looking at it and it don't look like it's moving, I know for a fact it's moving right at me. So at that point, I know, yep, I need to go do my thing, kiss my ass goodbye, something. I mean, but I am one of those people. I will get out on my porch and I will watch it coming at me. But the majority of the time, it's just to make sure it's an actual tornado siren for an actual tornado. Because I know with Weatherford, where I live, if the winds get over a certain speed, they will flip the tornado sirens on to warn everybody for the high winds. Well, if you don't go outside and look and you hear the tornado sirens, you're running for cover when it's just high winds and not a tornado, which I think is ridiculous because that brings in the boy who cried wolf. You know, after so many times, people aren't going to believe the sirens and they're not going to do anything, and they're going to be caught off guard and they're going to be like, well, I thought it was just high winds, because you guys have been setting them off for high winds too. But I mean, that's where the other problem lies. City officials needing to know when and when not to set the sirens off. What is my policy for when I'm out here driving a truck? Hammer down right into it. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not driving right into the tornado. I mean, that would be suicide. But no, actually, the company does not have any policy. The company itself does not warn drivers about bad weather, tornado, hurricanes, volcano, nothing. They leave that all up to the drivers. As for taking cover, yes, getting out of your truck, get as low as possible. Do not ever go up under a bridge. Do not go up near the girders of the bridge. That's actually one of the worst places to go, because it's a physics thing. When air gets compressed, it speeds up. Well, when it speeds up, whatever's under there is going to get sucked right the hell out. So getting under a bridge, not your best option at all. It might be a good option for like hail or something, but not for a tornado. The tornado can actually suck you out right out from under the bridge. Why? I don't know who come up with that back in the 70s or 80s, but not gonna lie, I wish I could go back in time and slap the dogfire piss out of that person and tell him to wake up. Because that is the worst advice to actually give to anybody. I mean, how people have not been killed so far by climbing under bridges to get away from a tornado, I'm going to say luck, honestly. Pure luck. Because, again, like I said, it's a physics thing. You know, when you compress air speeds up, and it can just suck you right out. I mean, yeah, if the tornado is not kind of right in front of you or whatever, if it's off to the side, yes, it would be good for debris. It would keep you from getting hit with debris. That is for damn sure. But other than that, no, bridges are not good. And in a way, really, a ditch really wouldn't be all that great either, because depending on where the tornado is, if the tornado is really close to you, you might be looking like Dorothy without the house. Okay, that would not be cool at all. You don't need to go flying around the inside of a tornado, although you would have a good story if you lived. You really would have a good story. You could honestly tell everybody you one-upped Dorothy from the Wizard of Oz by going around a tornado without a house. Although you do it with a house, it didn't happen if you don't get pictures or video of it, okay? Then again, even without a house, there's no pictures or video, it didn't happen. So just remember that. If you get sucked up into a tornado, you have to have the mindset to pull your phone out, to record it or get pictures so you can prove it. But yeah, I mean, company-wise though, yeah, they don't have no kind of policy at all. Like I said, they don't even send weather warnings out. They expect us drivers to keep a track of all the weather, which I do. I mean, I've got 2 different weather apps on my phone. I've got a weather radio. I've got, warnings that I'll get from YouTube, from storm chasers, everything. I mean, one way or another, I'm gonna hear about it. I mean, if I'm driving down the road and if I'm listening to Spotify, going through my radio, it will literally cut out the radio, or the radio will cut out Spotify and bring the weather radio up, depending on what is out there and how close it is. Have I ever drove through a storm? Well, we might have to just keep that one secret. That is a very good question, Panzer. Why haven't they thought about that? You should send Reed Timmer, find out an email that he may use and send that to him, I guarantee Reed Timmer would probably try that. He probably would. I mean, I've driven through storms before that I probably shouldn't have. They're not fun. I mean, I've been chased by tornadoes. I've stopped before going into a tornado just by pure luck. I mean, you might get that one back, but you know what? I'd try it. If it was well padded in that thing, I would definitely try it. I would definitely try it. Yeah, I am a daredevil. I am a daredevil. That's why when I was growing up, my friends pretty much quit telling me, I triple dog dare you. Bet. Watch this. May not be able to walk for a few hours, but watch this. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those, you just have to at that point. But yeah, compassion, sympathy, we need all these things to come back to people that are affected by natural disaster storms, just to be able to grow as a freaking country. I mean, so many people just, they think just because we may live in the South or someone may live in the North that they deserve what they get. But they really don't. I mean, especially when everything that you've worked for is gone within, 2 minutes, if that. I mean, you look at some of these tornadoes that are on the ground, especially here lately, be like 30 seconds, wipe out half a neighborhood. It's like, wow. It's just surprising me here this year already. It is getting ridiculous, Panzer. It really is. It's almost surprisingly stupid with how much is going on right now. People want to take and blame one set of group or one group of people for one thing. People want to say, oh, it's climate change, da-di-da. Okay, well, yes, you know what? Climate change is real, but it also, the earth goes in cycles, and scientists have seen that some of the changes that are happening now also happened millions of years ago. The only difference is we are adding to it with the greenhouse gases. That's it, But I'm not going to sit there and debate climate change being real or not. I mean, we are helping it along for sure, but we're got to get to a point where we're not sitting there while people are suffering from natural disasters. We don't need to be sitting there lecturing them about, well, if you didn't think climate change wasn't real, this wouldn't have happened to you. Yeah, well, next week it could be you. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, I don't want to see anybody getting hurt with these storms. Definitely no one from the GCP family or Purgatory family. I don't want to see anybody getting hurt. All I can say is until maybe October, I'm going to say, I would say treat every storm like it's a freaking tornadic storm and just freaking side-eye that storm until either it goes away or dissipates. I mean, that it seems like no matter what, it just keeps getting worse and worse. And hold on, I'm checking. It is like completely still out there. I hate that. But yeah, compassion, sympathy, help people out if you got the means to. You know, I imagine I'm gonna get to Arkansas at some point in time, and I may have to drop what I'm doing to help out, just because. You know, yeah, I may not live there. I do drive through there. Arkansas is a beautiful state. Tennessee is a beautiful state. Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Missouri, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Every state is beautiful. Every state has their qualities. Nobody deserves having these massive tornadoes go through here. Now, I may joke around about, well, if this state falls into the ocean or burns down, it ain't gonna break my heart. It may not, but it's still a beautiful state. It's not the people's fault of what's going on in the state. Definitely not their fault for storms. But okay, checking the sky. Don't worry. Yeah, everybody needs to step up and help out their fellow meat sack. Because I mean, technically, we're all meat sacks living on the same spinning rock, floating through space. Just trying to survive. That's all we're trying to do. We're all meat sacks living on the same rock. I know some people have agendas when it comes to people in storms, but again, I say don't listen to those people. Just tell them that, hey, have the day you deserve and walk off. I don't even try to get into a pissing match with them, because some of these people, they've already got it in their mind. That's how it is. That their mind's made up. they're not going to listen to anybody else. So that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to start telling people, have the day you deserve, and walk off. Because I'm too old. I'm too tired. I made it to this age for a reason. I'm not looking to yes, I'm not looking to get into a fight with somebody. And yes, this weather is making me freaking sleepy. I got my drinkage. And just in case that don't work, cream soda, Dr. Pepper. Don't worry, I've got water in the truck. I got 4 gallons of water in my truck right now. I look at it this way: if I need water and need to hydrate, I'll just step out of the truck. I'll get watered and I'll rehydrate. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that was the main thing that I wanted to get with everybody today about showing compassion for everyone that's out here in these storms, being affected by them. We don't need hatred. I mean, Lord knows we see enough hatred every day. We don't need to throw any more at people, especially when they're down. We don't need to do any kind of name calling, anything like that. It just bums me out that I've been hearing that to the point to where it's like, I just want to throw my hands up and just walk away. Just walk away from it all. Be like, I'm done. Put a fork in me. You know. I wish more people were more compassionate towards others. Unfortunately, I know that's asking a lot from some people to be more compassionate towards others. But it's always good to try to see somebody try to be compassionate. I mean, as for stepping up, like I said, don't put yourself in harm's way. If you can't physically do it, you know, don't do something that you can't do. I'm not gonna say, you know, go out and you have to donate money, because fuck no, everybody has no money right now, basically. You know, we live in crazy times. I know nobody has the money to just go and donate. Lord knows I don't. But yeah, just being better humans towards everybody. I mean, that's all I'm asking, you know, just to be better humans towards everybody. And then again, you know, we got that whole saying that I heard when I was growing up. I would hear it a lot from my mother. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. Plain and simple. You know, if if somebody doesn't have nothing nice to say about someone, they should just keep their mouth shut. That's another one that everybody can use. You hear somebody talking about any of these people, anybody that's been affected by the storms, and they're talking bad about it, you can always look at them and say, well, if you don't have anything good to say, don't say anything at all. And just leave it at that. Maybe it'll wake some people up. I doubt it, but it'd be nice. Damn, yeah. Sorry, everybody. Freaking, like I said, this weather is killing me. Cooking meals, yes, but you have to be careful with that. Because unless if it's something where you have like a food truck, a licensed food truck, a lot of states, cities, towns, even though, they may have been hit by a natural disaster, a lot of them have ordinances where you cannot just prepare food from, say, your house and bring it up to serve people. Which I think is pretty stupid, because, well, if you don't have a food truck and food trucks aren't showing up and, a town gets wiped out, how's anyone going to eat? How is anyone eating? So, I mean, if it's something that you want to do with food or something, try to contact the city officials in that area, asking them if there's any ordinances about bringing prepared food up there if you don't have a food truck, so you're not getting yourself in trouble, because that's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to get yourself in trouble. Some towns, sorry, Mom. I'm trying not to yawn. It's this damn weather. It's making me sleepy. Some towns, though, they will get rid of those ordinances in case of emergency, like tornado or whatever, just so people can bring food in and feed them. But then, if it's bad enough and someone like the Red Cross shows up, now you're fighting the Red Cross about who's feeding who. Which, honestly, I don't think it should be a fight. I'd say work together. You have food, they have food, everybody eats. Okay, they go through the line at the Red Cross, they get food. Well, 9 times out of 10, it's the Red Cross is once you've eaten, that's it. A lot of times they don't do seconds. Well, guess what? You have food. So if they're still hungry, they can come to you and, well, there's seconds, I mean, but yeah, you just want to find out before you take prepared food someplace to start handing out. I mean, they may not like it. The people that you're giving the food to are definitely going to like it. They're going to be well appreciated of it. Yeah, you can bring them to your home to feed them. And this is where it gets a little tricky because, okay, this is just my brain speaking. my anxiety, depressed, fueled brain, if I was to get over my anxiety long enough to tell somebody, hey, come to my place, I will feed you, the second place my brain would go to is this person related to Jeffrey Dahmer? I mean, I'm just sitting here saying, I mean, you could be picking up a serial killer. They could not be. Never know. But you got to be careful. If any woman does, wants to go out and help out, take a guy with you. Straight up, take a guy with you. Because you don't know what is going on in some of these areas that may have been affected. You know, you don't know what's going through everybody's brain. But for any females, take a guy with you. Maybe blankets though are always a plus. Especially from what I'm hearing right now, that behind all these storms is a cold front. So as me and my mom were talking about earlier, people are going to be wet and cold. Just plain and simple. They're going to be wet and cold. Blankets go a long way. Yes, violence after the fact ain't even the word. I mean, okay, when Hurricane Helene hit, and after it hit, got up into North Carolina, did its damage up there in Asheville area. I knew it was gonna be turning bad when I started getting reports about hearing the people that live in the mountains were coming down. So, yeah, you've always got to look out for everything. I know what you was talking about, Mom. I know you was talking about families and everything, not just like you see a random guy standing on the side of the road looking at an empty lot and everything, going, "Hey, jump in the car. I'll take you to my house. Go get something to eat." Never seen again. You end up becoming the meal because he's done cooked you on the stove. The last time I checked, right now, it said it was like in the 60s here. So, yeah, 61 degrees right now. Hot, balmy, 61 degrees. I don't know how else to put it. It's just insane, But yeah, I just want to touch base with all these storms. Tell everybody, be safe, be careful, watch the skies, listen to what's coming at you. Don't go playing in flooded rivers and creeks, obviously. The old saying, turn around, don't drown. You got to keep that in mind. If you see flooded water, okay, well, you don't know what's up underneath that water. And like me and Savvy were talking about last night, even semis, 80,000-pound vehicles can be swept away from flooded water. Nobody is safe from it, you know, unless if you're driving a Jeep with a snorkel on it and maybe propellers, depending on how deep it is, you're not going to get very far. I mean, you just got to be safe. Kyle knows all too well, Panzer knows all too well about snowstorms up in the Ohio area. You know, you got to do what you got to do. You know, I know at one point, I don't know if Ohio still does it. I think it was, they had a number system for snowstorms. Is like, if they hit level 1, everyone had to be off the road. It's either if they hit level 1 or level 3, you could not be on the road at all. So, I mean, it's just one of those, know what's coming at you, pay attention to the weather. You know, we don't need any unnecessary people getting hurt. We don't need it. When it comes down to it, everything can be replaced in your life but you. I mean, it's just plain and simple. Everything can be replaced in life but you. Lord knows Discord would be very quiet without my shenanigans sometimes. I mean, I'm just sitting here saying it would be very quiet sometimes without my shenanigans. And I can come up with some shenanigans. I haven't even started in on them yet. And yes, correct. Those are major for the major cities. Well, it may have one stoplight until I go through there. I might take it down. Just before I take it down, I'll jump out and I'll get like a piece of paper, put it over the name of my truck, and just write Swift on there, and then take the stoplight out. Say, nope, I'm a Swift driver. I'm just kidding. I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I know the bigger major cities, they do that whole numeral system for, you know, snow and whatnot. I couldn't tell you exactly how they do it. Not anymore, because it seems like I'm down below 40 most of the time. Where is it snowing, Mom? I mean, oh wait, no, up in like the northern parts of North Dakota and all that, yes, it was still snowing. I did see that. Upper northern parts of Montana, North Dakota, stuff like that. Yeah. That should be coming to an end pretty quick, because it's April, so by May 1st, all that, it won't be snowing anywhere. Shouldn't be snowing anywhere anymore. Yep, I'm just learning how to drink. I can't believe I did that. I just spilled my drink all over me. I'm just learning how to drink. I need a sippy cup, damn it. Um, oh, Panhandle of Texas, huh? Well, that's Texas for you. Tornadoes one day, snow the next. I mean, that is Texas. Um, but either way, the snow should be ending fairly soon. Um, yeah, I'm hydrating my shirt. I mean, it needed hydrating. Um, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've done that. I mean, I did that shit yesterday. I driving down the road. I tried to kill myself with a bottle of water. I was taking a drink out of it and I squeezed it about the time I hit a bump. Yeah, that didn't end too well. I had it all over me. I tried to kill myself. I tried to choke myself with the water. Um, Basically, I tried to waterboard myself. You know, it's all good. It is all good. Um, I mean, exactly. Wait 5 minutes, weather change. You're not supposed to choke yourself with coffee. That, oh my God, that would hurt. That would be hot. Um, I mean, but of course, again, I am me. I can choke on air, so there is that. I'm gonna set that one down. This is the one I want. Yeah, I'm not drinking water right now because, well, I've had enough water in the last 2 days. I mean, it's basically all I've had. It's water after bottle of water after bottle of water, and I'm just all watered out right now. Which remarkably, I'm out of bottled water, and all I have now are gallon jugs. So I can't drink gallon jugs while driving down the road. Exactly. Spring, summer, fall, winter, all on the same day. I mean, why not? It's because maybe Mother Nature can't even make up her damn mind on what she wants. I mean, that's why I said Mother Nature's off her meds. If Mother Nature was to actually stay on her medication, it would be so much better. It really would. Oh man. I might need that sippy cup, Mom. Like I said, there's times that I just can't tend to drink. Yes, Kyle. Yes, Mother Nature is off her meds. Yes, I've been using that one, and Mother Nature is being bipolar right now and don't know what she wants to do. Which I get that because there's times I act a little bit bipolar sometimes. Not always, but sometimes. Yes, I love this shirt. I'm gonna show this one out for anybody that hasn't seen this. I love this shirt. It's my Pink Floyd Dark Side of the Moon t-shirt. Yes. Guys to love the Pink Floyd, man. I can't remember where in the hell I got this shirt from. I cannot remember. I'm thinking one of my kids got it for me. I'm not sure. I'll think of it eventually. It'll come to me. I'll be sitting there doing the most random shit ever, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's where I got it." Yeah, that'd be me. Yeah, I know. Friday, I need to straighten my phone back up. Oh, okay. So Landon and Luke got me this shirt. Okay. I know Friday I went live. I think I had like 3 people in there. Mr. Grey Day jumped in and a couple other people. I didn't think much of it. I thought, well, maybe it's just because, the storms, people not wanting to do much. At that point, I honestly did not know that Lake City, Arkansas was getting smashed by a tornado. I didn't know Mississippi was getting one. Missouri, Tennessee got 2 of them. I just thought maybe people just didn't want to get out and about or were out and about and didn't want to be on their phones or whatever. So I figured, hey, I'll jump on today, kind of do my thing today. Even though next Friday I'm still gonna do actually next Friday, instead of doing a regular live next Friday, what I may do is I may go live while I'm driving. Depending on where I'm at. I mean, if it's someplace cool, oh hell yeah. If it's someplace boring, nah, not gonna do that. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah. Switch topics real quick. I plan on doing another live investigation hopefully soon. Just because okay. I'll see you soon. But yeah, I'm hoping to do another investigation soon. Not quite sure on where, or I may just wait till I get over to the Sally house with Douglas. That's gonna be fire, actually, because it's gonna be me, Douglas, and Randy over at the Sally house, and that's gonna be off the hook. I don't know how that's gonna play out, but we'll find out. But that's basically what I had on my mind today. Let everybody know, be more human to people. I mean, yeah, granted, I grew up in the F your feelings generation. FAFO. Talk shit, get hit. Yeah, I grew up in all that. But when it comes to someone's livelihood and lives and everything they own, that stuff is off limits. You know, you don't touch that. It's one thing to go after somebody personally, whatever, but going after them after a tragedy, not cool. Not cool at all. Um, I think this guy that just went to the trash can over here in front of my truck, he was going to try to just dump his trash bag right there on the ground until he looked over at me and seen me sitting in my truck staring at his dumb ass. People like that, no sympathy for right now. I mean, I'm not wishing him any harm, but if he was to just, like, I don't know, randomly fall in a mud hole, that shit would be funny. But yeah, everybody, I want everyone to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Upbeat towards people. And, you know, just extend a helping hand out when possible. That way people know that, yeah, they're not alone. You know, no one should ever be alone when going through natural disasters. That's for damn sure. But with that, wow, it's been an hour, almost an hour and a half. With that, I'm going to leave it there for now. And I'm going to wish everybody a great day. Count your blessings that, you know, you're still on this crazy dumpster fire of a planet right now. You know, and just take care of each other, everybody. I'll see everybody in Discord a little bit later. Bye.